need some space though. Oh, you want me to start? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Tony Labriola, Professor Emeritus and Master of Ceremonies.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. What a great day this is. Thank you all for coming here in the Center for Performing Arts and those of you who are joining us at home. This is a wonderful, particularly interesting day. It's the investiture ceremony for Dr. Cheryl Green, the 6th president of Governor State University. And with us here to celebrate this morning is the Encore Concert Band. Let's strike up the band. And we now welcome the faculty of Governor State University. They are led by Dr. Timothy Harrington, our head marshal, and Dr. Marlon Cummings, the faculty senate president.
Oh, I don't know. I'm letting you to go. Yeah, I think you can. Down. Down.
We are pleased to have special guests of Dr. Green, who are with us today. Let's welcome them to GSU.
Inonge Mason, CEO, Solid Ground Behavioral Services. Cynthia Armster, Womanist Educator and Re-Empowerment Life Coach, Abundant Living, LLC. Dr. Gloria Gibson, President, Northeastern Illinois University. Dr. Guiyu Wong, President, Western Illinois University. Patricia Mel Ragland, President, Nathan Manilow Sculpture Park Advisory Board. Dr. Ray Cross, President Emeritus, University of Wisconsin System. Z. Scott, President, Chicago State University. Andre Ward, Chairman of the Board of Regents, Northern Kentucky University. Dr. Judy Mitchell, President, Joliet Junior College. Dr. Thomas Saban, Interim President, Prairie State College. Dr. Vernice Edgehill Walden, Vice President for Diversity, Northern Illinois University.
We now welcome today's platform party.
Corey Williams, Associate Vice President, Student Affairs and Dean of Students. Dr. Rosemary Johnson, Associate Provost, Associate Vice President of Academic Affairs and Interim Dean, University Library. Carl Hampton, Chief Diversity Officer. Maureen Kelly, Director, Government and Community Relations. Cheryl Jones Harper, President, Civil Service Senate. Penny Perdue, Chief of Administrative Operations, Liaison to the Board. Therese King Nohos, Vice President, General Counsel, Interim Vice President, Human Resources. Ruben Lopez, President, Student Senate. John Atkinson, Chair, Illinois Board of Higher Education. Dr. Beth Cada, Provost, Vice President of Academic Affairs. Dr. Paul Bilaska, Vice President, Administration and Finance. Dr. June Zhao, Dean, College of Business. Will Davis, Vice President of Institutional Advancement, Marketing and Communications, and CEO, GSU Foundation. Dr. Shannon Dermer, Dean, College of Education. Dr. Andre Merrick, Dean, College of Arts and Sciences. Dr. Catherine Balthasar, Dean, College of Health and Human Services. The Honorable Patrick Joyce, Illinois State Senator. Chancellor Andrew Levitt, Chancellor, University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh. Dr. David McFadden, President, Manchester University. Kevin Brookins, Trustee, Governor State University. Pedro Savalas Candau, Trustee, Governor State University. Jim Caderas, Secretary, GSU Board of Trustees. Janine Latrice Koger, Student Trustee, Angela Sebastian, Vice Chair, GSU Board of Trustees. Lisa Harrell, Chair, GSU Board of Trustees. Dr. Cheryl Green, President, Governor State University. Woo!
We also have some special guests joining us. Perfect timing. Special guest joining us in the audience, Bernard Alsbury Jr., who is the mayor of the village of Hazelcrest. Would you be recognized? There you are. Thank you. The office of Senator Michael E. Hastings is recognized here. There she is. Thank you. Rick Bryant, who's with U.S. Representative Robin Kelly. All the way in the back. Thank you. And Joseph Rudez, our mayor in University Park. There he is. Thank you. If there are any other elected officials who we didn't know were here, you may please rise and accept our applause. Oh, there's one, at least two. Wonderful. Thank you very much. The University Mace is a symbol of the authority of the university as a degree-granting institution. At GSU, it is traditionally carried by the Faculty Senate President. Its presentation officially begins this academic ceremony. Will you please welcome Dr. Marlon Cummings. Thank you. You all may be seated for a moment here, but I'll be asking you to get up again in just a minute. President Green, trustees, guests, faculty and staff, students, good morning. What a great day this is. I have had the distinct privilege of serving as MC in many of GSU's various occasions, including graduation, of course, for many years. And I'm honored to be with you today to celebrate and the official investiture of President Green. You know, when GSU was founded, our first president, Bill Engbertson, was so busy building a new university that it was nearly 2 years before he actually took his appointment. Likewise, Dr. Green's presidency began under previously unimaginable circumstances when we were in the thick of COVID, and it was impossible to gather people together to welcome her. Well, here we are today. And we are here to confer that welcome to our new president. So let's begin today's ceremony the same way we do all of our important ceremonies, with the singing of our national anthem. Now, please rise again. Thank you. And will you please sing along with the GSU student? Mr. Marquise Parks will join us here.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming? whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, your ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, your land of the free and the home of the brave.
Wow. Thank you, Marquise. Please remain standing as we welcome Christy Goodwin. She comes to the stage to sing Lift Every Voice and Sing. And please sing along. The words are in your program.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won.
Thank you, Christy. What a way to start the day. Please be seated. In 2019, our Governor Pritzker, visited Governor State University to speak at our 50th anniversary celebration during convocation. While the governor could not be with us today in person, he has recorded a video. Ladies and gentlemen, J.B. Pritzker, the governor of the state of Illinois. Please watch the screen.
Good morning. This is Governor J.B. Pritzker. I'm so pleased to congratulate Dr. Cheryl Green on this long-awaited investiture as the 6th president of Governors State University. 2 years ago, I joined the GSU convocation to help kick off the university's 50th anniversary. The energy and pride in that room was palpable. There was and is so much to be proud of at Governors State, which has powered the Southland and advanced higher education opportunities for children and students across our great state and nation. Dr. Green welcome home to Chicago. We thank you for supporting our students and guiding GSU as it continues to grow and produce some of the best and brightest Illinois has to offer. Your leadership was most certainly tested early in your presidency as you were faced with combating the pandemic from your very first day on the job. But you guided a steady ship. Under your leadership of Governor State, it stayed the course and continued to provide students with an excellent education, along with the support services that we know are so vital to student success, especially for the first generation and underserved students who make up the majority of the GSU student population. Again, Dr. Green, I offer my best wishes for a long and successful career at GSU, and congratulations to you as you officially are invested with the presidency of Governor State University.
Yes. Our thanks to Governor Pritzker for that message. We are honored to have with us today Senator Patrick Joyce of the 40th District. Now, GSU is located in the Senator's District, and he's been and is a strong advocate for our university. Senator Joyce knows that education is a priority that unites everyone in the south suburbs and the surrounding area. With a background in agribusiness and a 25-year history of successfully operating his own small business and a family farm, he understands the challenges all facing us in the south suburbs and around the state. He's committed to being an advocate, our advocate, and their advocate in Springfield, and improving the quality of life for everyone in the 40th District. Will you please join me in welcoming Senator Joyce to the podium?
Thank you. Thank you, and good morning, President Green, Board of Trustees, distinguished guests, faculty, staff, and students. I'm honored to be with you today to formally welcome and congratulate Dr. Cheryl Green as the 6th president of Governor State University and welcome her back to the Chicagoland. I am fortunate to have GSU in my legislative district. There are so many points of pride about GSU that make me proud to represent and advocate for the only regional public comprehensive university in the south suburban area. GSU is unique in the fact that it is a minority serving institution and an emerging Hispanic serving institution, the only public university in the state to hold both designations. The fact that GSU works so hard to attract its diverse student population demonstrates the commitment of this university to making a difference in the lives of each and every one of its students. Knowing that the students cannot do what they cannot see, GSU also features a highly diversified faculty and staff who are committed to assisting its students on so many fronts. Critical wraparound services GSU provides not only helps the students, but recognizes the basic needs that are so critical to student success. Governor State continues to have a major impact on education and healthcare in our region. GSU's alumni are working in these critical important positions in hospitals and schools in virtually every corner of the Southland and beyond. If you haven't learned anything in the last year and a half, it's how important our teachers and nurses are, and we thank you for your dedication. President Green, you began your tenure a year ago last July under the most challenging and uncertain times, not only in higher education, but in our nation and in the world. Despite the many challenges, you hit the ground running and haven't slowed down since. You have immersed yourself in everything GSU. You have engaged me and my fellow members of the Illinois General Assembly. You have become a fixture in the Southland through your participation in a number of regional boards and advisory committees, and you have brought new excitement and enthusiasm to this prestigious university. We share the belief in the power of education to change lives for the better. This is the work of GSU, changing the lives of students. And Dr. Green, your energy, passion, and commitment to improving the lives of the students is commendable. I know your tenure at Governor State University will be successful, I'm happy to be a partner in your success and that of GSU. Thank you again, and congratulations.
Thank you, Senator Joyce. And thank you once again to all of our elected officials that we recognized earlier. It's a wonderful service that you do for all of us. Our next speaker is Mr. John Atkinson, Chair of the Illinois Board of Higher Education. Mr. Atkinson is proud to have started his education at the College of DuPage before transferring to Benedictine University and earning his bachelor's degree in political science. He understands the path that many of our students take, and his own trajectory made him aware of the importance of educational accessibility, especially for low-income and underserved students. He has dedicated his time and energy to such efforts. In addition to his work with the IBHE and other volunteer work, he is Director Emeritus of the 1 Million Degrees, which provides critical supports to community college students. In his day job, like he has many jobs, so he probably has 3 day jobs, but in this other day job, Mr. Atkinson serves as co-lead of Marsh's senior housing and long-term care practice for the United States and Canada. And he is the chairman of Marsh's Chicago office. Would you please welcome Chair Atkinson to the podium?
Thank you very much. I was sharing with the provost that the last time I wore one of these was 1984 in Lisle, Illinois. I'm honored to be here today, and to Dr. Green, the Board of Trustees, the faculty, staff, and all the students and distinguished guests, thank you. I'm thrilled to be representing the Board of Higher Education. Our whole team, including Director Ostro, send their regards. I first had the opportunity to meet Dr. Green on a Zoom call. It was an IBHE board meeting that was held on June 9th of last year. I had the high honor and pleasure of welcoming her back to the state of Illinois, to our higher education community. As I reviewed her impressive credentials, I was extremely impressed with her career focus on developing to help increase the retention and graduation of first-generation and non-traditional college students, and her demonstrated success and commitment in the areas of attainment equity. The context of her entry into the higher ed community here in Illinois, as the governor referenced, was that this board meeting and my welcoming of Dr. Green to Illinois happened just a few days after the brutal murder of George Floyd, and just a few months after this pandemic began to wreak havoc on our nation, our educational institutions, students, and in particular, our communities of color. I shared at that meeting that each of the IBHE board members appointed by Governor Pritzker in August of 2019 have been laser focused on the issue of equity and attainment here in Illinois. We know the higher education system here has for too long left students of color, low-income students, students from rural communities, and adults, working students behind. We have just launched a new strategic plan for higher education in Illinois, a thriving Illinois higher education path to equity, sustainability, and growth. It outlines 25 strategies to ensure that our system closes equity gaps for students who have historically been left behind, that we build a stronger financial future for individuals and institutions, and that we increase talent and innovation to drive economic growth in our state. We know this is the core of who GSU is and what you do, and I know Dr. Green is the leader who will champion equity and ensure GSU is at the forefront of this work. We have been fast friends in this quest for a level playing field for all Illinois students. She is a thought leader and a thought partner, making all of us smarter by the wisdom and experience she brings to every conversation, meeting, work group, or convening. She served on the Equity Working Group for Black Student Access and Success in Higher Education, launched by I think Z. Scott is here from President, there she is, from Chicago State University, and I was honored to serve as co-chairperson of that group. This group's research, analysis, and recommendations are critical to our work as a state in better serving our Black students. She is further committed to providing the support services that so many of our students need to be successful. It's not enough to provide the academic programs that attract students. We need to provide them with the skills, tools, and support they need to succeed. She understands we need to meet students where they are for them to be successful in higher ed. Holding a PhD in psychology, she understands the mental health needs of many of our students now more than ever, and she is willing to allocate resources to help students navigate these very troubling times. Illinois needs leaders like her, and GSU is lucky to have such a leader. She has energized your campus. She inspires me and many others with her wonderful nature, her clear-headed leadership, her incredible communication skills, and with her authentic and relentless empathy. President Green, welcome and thank you for your dedication and your willingness to not only serve the students of GSU, but all the students of Illinois, and to contribute your talents and energy to making the higher education ecosystem in our state better. I look forward to continuing our partnership. Congratulations on your formal investiture as the 6th president of Governor State University, and to the Board of Trustees and the greater GSU community. You know how to pick a winner. We are thrilled that you have selected this amazing leader to take GSU into the future. Well done. Thank you.
Wow, thank you for those words, Chair Atkinson. We appreciate you being here today. Our next 3 speakers represent part of the shared governance structure here at GSU, and that includes the Faculty Senate, the Civil Service Senate, and the Student Senate. Faculty first. Our faculty is represented by the Faculty Senate, and today we will hear from their newly elected president, Dr. Marlon Cummings. Dr. Cummings is an associate professor in the College of Education and the director of the Interdisciplinary Leadership Doctorate Program. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Marlon Cummings.
Good morning, guests. Good morning, platform guests. And good morning to some of the best faculty you'll find at any university anywhere. Talking about you all. President Green, on behalf of the faculty, it is my great privilege to welcome you to Governor State University. Our faculty have found in you a fellow academic, a colleague who understands and manifests the essential tenets of our university's mission of offering an exceptional and accessible education that prepares students with the knowledge, skills, and confidence to succeed in a global society. We welcome your leadership as we continue our work of instilling in our students a commitment to personal growth, inclusivity, collective impact, truth, and imagination. You have many tasks ahead of you. The higher education landscape is changing, and student debt is becoming an ever-growing mountain that many of our students are struggling to climb. And increasingly diverse campuses are forcing universities to look and reflect inward and examine their own cultures as they work to overcome their shortcomings on diversity. As you manage these broader challenges, though, you must also lead us while promoting 2 seemingly contradictory values: stability and transformation. In Illinois, it is important for universities to exhibit stability, as financial challenges are always looming. This stability, while not exciting, is critical to the long-term success of GSU. However, I don't want to mistake stability for complacency. For as we sustain, we must also appreciate the important adaptations and transformations to our university that are necessary to ensure our graduates are prepared for the kind of work environment, critical problem solving, and collaborative work that they and our world will need long after they leave our campus. And we hope that the stability and transformation you bring will allow our students to leave GSU prepared for an educational experience that inspires them to develop, care for, and sustain their communities amid a society that currently pressures them to only value individual needs and desires and to disregard or devalue the people most marginalized in those communities. As a faculty, we understand these responsibilities, and we know that you understand them as well. Please know we are here to help. We are here to work with you. We come with the commitment to listen and a commitment to engage. We faculty are drawn here because we wholeheartedly believe in the values and shared governance structure of this institution. When we come here each day, we're responding to a call to serve our student population. We're coming to a place where we can exercise our intellectual passions and talents in a way that can inspire our students and give them a love of learning and service. We set about that work with generous support of one another, with great interest in the ideas of our colleagues in all disciplines, and with the joy that sees us through even the longest of Chicago winters. So again, we invite you to join us in this great work, and we are delighted to share our beloved academic home with you. We're excited to begin this journey, this new journey forward together. Again, welcome.
Thank you, Dr. Cummings, and congratulations on your new role as Senate President. The Civil Service, yes. The Civil Service Senate here at GSU represents approximately 300 civil service employees here on campus. Ms. Cheryl Jones Harper, the Senate President, is an Account 2 Tech in GSU's Financial Services and Comptroller's Office. Let us welcome Ms. Jones Harper to the podium.
Thanks, Tony. Good morning, Dr. Green, trustees, faculty, staff, students, and special guests. As president of Governor State University Civil Service Senate, and on behalf of all of the civil service employees, it is both my privilege and my pleasure to officially congratulate you during this investiture ceremony and welcome you as the 6th president of Governor State University and the first African American. As a member of the search committee that nominated you, I could not be more proud of the board's choice. And I celebrated by interviewing you for an article which appeared in the GSU's Governor State University's Annuitants Association, which is considered SUA, annual newsletter. In the spirit of collaboration, I've enjoyed serving along with you as a member of the Planning and Budget Advisory Committee, commonly known as PBAC. We both attend the Board of Trustees meetings, you reporting on the current state of GSU, while I represent the interests of my constituents as Senate President. As Senate President, one of my first encounters with you was as the facilitator of a virtual civil service town hall, which you sponsored the first week of your arrival. Shortly thereafter, I invited you as a guest speaker to one of our monthly Civil Service Senate meetings. And I was very impressed with your commitment to meet with the Senate despite a conflict with your own cabinet meeting. You graciously rearranged your schedule to ensure your attendance at our meeting. Thank you. And these are but a few examples of you demonstrating the importance of shared governance. I look forward to continuing to work collaboratively with the students, the staff, and the faculty in conjunction with both the faculty and student Senate presidents to continue developing a campus culture of civility, diversity, equity, and inclusion. Dr. Green, from the moment you arrived, you have just worked tirelessly to overcome a multitude of challenges while promoting the gem of the South suburbs in the midst of a pandemic. Our dedicated faculty, staff, and students pivoted from in-person to hybrid and remote learning environments with little time to prepare. And the hard work, the fiscal responsibility, the creative resourcefulness, and pure persistence has paid off. The gem is no longer hidden. And as the entire Chicagoland community has celebrated you as a Southland Woman of Distinction and a Chicago Defender Woman of Excellence, our university has moved to the spotlight with our champion athletic teams, our phenomenal Center for Performing Arts, and our award-winning Nathan Manilow Sculpture Park. So today, Dr. Green, we're just grateful that you are leading our Jaguar Nation with excellence and exposing it as the brilliant, multifaceted jewel that it is. Congratulations.
Thank you, Cheryl. You know, I've known Cheryl for many years, and she is a wonderful advocate and a terrific leader. Thank you. GSU, sure. GSU students have a robust, active, and engaged student senate, and it's led by Mr. Ruben Lopez, a psychology student. He is a member of the dual degree program. He came to GSU via Prairie State College. He plans to earn a doctorate in clinical psychology and then focus his career on community prevention programs. He well represents and supports the students at GSU. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ruben Lopez.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for having me here. Dr. Cheryl Green. I'd like to begin by sharing a few recognition words for you in celebration of your investiture today. First, I'd like to thank President Green for all her hard work and dedication to student life and achievement. Your work has not gone unnoticed this first year. I want to highlight that unlike any university president that I've encountered in my 3-year higher education journey, President Green frequently entertains students' requests for her attendance at our activities. I believe this is because Dr. Green has gone out of her way to become familiar with the students that she serves by being present at campus events and getting to know us all in the halls, even in a COVID environment. In return, the student body highly respects and cares deeply for her. We appreciate she has shown us that she values our feelings and perspectives. This goes right to the heart of shared governance and establishing a foundation of transparency, trust, and inclusion. For example, President Green discussed with faculty, staff, and students our feelings about vaccines to help plan for a general community response to the mandate. President Green also considered the opinion of students prior to releasing the 2021-22 Safety Action Plan. By allowing Prairie Place residents to have a guest and a host small gatherings in common areas with CDC restrictions, Governor State's students needed someone to advocate for them. And we got that person in Dr. Green. We are grateful. Next, I want to acknowledge the courage it took for Dr. Green to take this position to lead the university during a pandemic. Since the virus first turned our world inside out, she has kept our students safe, and we know that she will continue to provide the healthiest environment possible to prevent the spread of COVID-19 on campus. As a female leader, she's an inspiration not only to myself, but other students who may become discouraged to lead in the face of societal barriers like race and gender that muffle our voices. Dr. Green, you truly are an exceptional role model and compassionate leader. For these reasons, I want to extend a huge thank you from myself and all students at GSU. Continue to be great, and I look forward to working with you as we fulfill Governor State University's mission to provide an exceptional and accessible education that prepares students with the knowledge, skills, and confidence to succeed in a global society.
Thank you, Mr. Lopez. That was wonderful. Now we're going to hear from a few people who knew President Green on her journey. President Green began her education at Manchester University, where she earned a Bachelor of Science degree in psychology, and she now serves on their Board of Trustees. So it seems only fitting that we should be joined today by Dr. David McFadden, the president of Manchester University. Dr. McFadden is a professor of political science, and he's worked a variety of roles in higher education, which gave him the well-rounded, deep experience that informs his work as president. In addition, he's an active leader. Outside of the university, he serves on boards such as the Community Foundation of Wabash County, Parkview Hospital, and Bethany Theological Seminary, among others. Please join me in welcoming President David McFadden.
Thank you very much. I am so happy to be with you today. There is so much to celebrate for you and the community and communities that you represent. My goal this morning is to share with you what of Manchester you will find woven into who. But first, I want to take a very public opportunity here to brag about Manchester. We graduated a champion in President Green. We are so proud of you, Cheryl. And I get to call her Cheryl because she's one of ours. Central to Manchester's mission is graduating persons of ability and conviction who draw upon their education and faith to lead principled, productive, and compassionate lives that improve the human condition. Listen to some of those words again. Ability and conviction, education and faith, principled, productive, and compassionate, lives that improve the human condition. Put another way, our mission is to graduate as many Cheryl Greens as we can. So what of Manchester will you see in President Green? She is a person of faith. Manchester University was founded by the Church of the Brethren, a denomination that believes there should be no force in religion. We don't require conformity to a particular statement of faith or doctrine, but we do challenge our students to test and sharpen their own beliefs by interacting with others who might believe or see the world differently than they do. President Green tells me that this was her experience at Manchester and that it has shaped how she lives her life and approaches her work. Listen to what she wrote to me recently. I learned at Manchester that people who worship the same God can be very different in their appearance, religious customs, and ways of life, but aren't different in their hearts. I learned that you must always strive for excellence in others and in yourself. I learned that striving for excellence was a way of serving God and demonstrating my faith. President Green's faith animates her life and work. President Green is passionate about justice. She found at Manchester a deep institutional commitment to peace and social justice. We are home to the first peace studies major in the world, launched at the end of World War II after the horrors of that war, and grounded in the conviction that conflict, even between nations, can be resolved without violence. We are the last college campus on which Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. spoke in February 1968 before he was murdered that April. President Green experienced our commitment to justice through her Manchester advisor, mentor, and lifelong friend, Dr. Gary Zimmerman. She says she learned from Dr. Zimmerman that loving, accepting, nurturing, and believing in the worth and dignity of all people is what we are all supposed to do, and that this had absolutely nothing to do with class, gender, education, money, culture, language, ideology, and more. In my interpersonal relations with family, friends, colleagues, and others, she says, I look for ways to treat people righteously. President Green is committed to diversity. If you haven't figured out by now, I asked Dr. Green recently to reflect on her time at Manchester. The most important question that I asked her was this: What from your time at Manchester shapes your hopes for the student experience at GSU? President Green came to Manchester at a time when we were not diverse at all. My student experience there, she says, taught me a great deal about being an underrepresented student at a majority institution. It sparked a desire in me to better understand human beings who may look like me or not, but who had everyday lives with very different realities, resources, and outlooks on life. It's fitting then that she brings that commitment to learning from diversity to her work as president of the most ethnically diverse public university in Illinois. President Green is committed to diversity. So let me conclude by saying this. I am confident that you have found the right person to lead Governor State University in President Green. And I am equally confident that President Green has found a home here. Cheryl, on behalf of all of your colleagues at Manchester University, congratulations.
Whoa, go Manchester. That was wonderful. Thank you, President McFadden. Before arriving at GSU, President Green served as Vice Chancellor of Student Affairs at the University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh, in addition to being named as the Interim Chancellor at UW-Whitewater. The Chancellor of UW-Oshkosh, Dr. Andrew Levitt, is with us today. A chemistry professor, Dr. Levitt also worked in university advancement, alumni relations, and with University Foundation before becoming a president with a focus on student success. Committed to the community his university serves, he has sat on the Oshkosh Chamber of Commerce Board, the Community Sounding Board, and the Leadership Oshkosh Board, among, again, many others. We are pleased to welcome Dr. Andrew Levitt to the podium.
Good morning. I am certainly delighted to be here today, proudly representing the students, faculty, staff, and alumni of the University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh. I share warm greetings and enthusiastic congratulations to President Cheryl Green and the Governor State University from the three campuses of UW-Oshkosh. I am honored to have been invited to help celebrate an outstanding leader and endorse what we all know will continue to be a brilliant. I am proud to know you and count you as a colleague and a friend. What you all need to know is that Dr. Green started her role with this fine institution on a sprint, a historic challenge, and she has succeeded. This, of course, is no surprise to me. In fact, this kind of rapid response and this embrace of adaptation, this rise of leadership, is something Dr. Green exhibited time and time again at UW-Oshkosh and within our University of Wisconsin system. Before she helped Governor State's community to respond to the COVID-19 and carry forth its mission, Dr. Green helped us confront many challenges at UWO, including another virus, the norovirus. So if you know what that is, you don't want it. It may not be as dangerous as COVID, but it is unpleasant, and I'll spare you all the details. It suffices to say, UWO's bout with norovirus involved thousands of residence hall students. This was a huge, huge deal at the time and required the coordination of student affairs professionals in terms of maybe some payment for the extension of this wonderful leader. All I asked for was the playbook of the UW-Whitewater football team, and because a very, very intense rival of ours, and she wouldn't do it. So in her time, she did help stabilize that institution and led it forward. While at UWO, I saw her do something extraordinary. She changed culture, and that is hard to do. She helped inspire a movement that continues today, challenging our university to become more student-centric in all it does. What does that mean? Well, it means that you work with your student affairs team to enhance and build student experiences. You value all voices within your division and the sake of ceremony or custom. She's equally futuristic, particularly in the ways that she challenges us to see the college journey, its pitfalls and its promises, through the eyes of our dearest stakeholders, the students. When I have heard and seen Dr. Green in action, whether it is in person, online, or from afar, I have to admit, I've always felt that I am in the midst of a university president. Eloquent, inclusive, and exemplary. Today, we affirm that understanding, that vision. We are here for the investiture of a true leader, a person who I came to know and respect for her incredible ability to always point out, elevate, and celebrate the best in others. Oh, and the students wanted to tell you they miss your German chocolate cake. So. I should say also on a personal, I think this might be important since we're here in outside of Chicago, Illinois. Not once did I ever see Dr. Green in a Green Bay Packer jersey. So, again, President Green and Governor State University community, from our colleagues and friends at UW, I share applause and the warmest congratulations on your historic day. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Lovett. That was wonderful. President Green spent 6 years at Tennessee State University as the AVP of Student Affairs and then Chief Student Affairs Officer. There she worked with Dr. Glenda Baskin Glover, president of TSU. Dr. Glover's own education journey began at Tennessee State, where she earned her BS, moving on to an MBA from Clark Atlanta University, a doctorate from George Washington University, and then a law degree from Georgetown University. She is, in fact, only one of the only 2 African-American women in the United States to hold a PhD, a JD, and a CPA. She also serves as the international president of Alpha Kappa Alpha, the sorority that counts both Dr. Green and GSU's chair in its membership. Dr. Glover could not be with us today, but she sent a video message for Dr. Green. Please watch the screen.
I am Dr. Glenda Glover, president of Tennessee State University. It is a rich privilege to greet you today as we celebrate the pinnacle of educational leadership and honor President Cheryl Green, a person for whom we have such profound respect. President Cheryl Green is such a revered college president who remains on the front lines of the higher education battle. But this is more than a celebration. It is an acknowledgement, a recognition, a confession, an admiration, indeed a rededication to the ideas and principles of academic excellence. Support any friend and oppose any foe to assure the success and enhancement of her beloved Governor State University. From your sister university at Tennessee State University, we thank God for the kindred spirit and for our ability to join hands as we strive to achieve a collective vision. President Green, we thank you for this vision of leadership, a new sense of responsibility, a new spirit of collaboration. One of our premier institutions with a cherished leader. We know that on this journey, you must possess sight, insight, and farsight. Sight to look on things, insight to look into things, and farsight to look beyond things. As you face the right sound, our persistence is relentless, our service is genuine, our voices are unmistakable, our hearts are uncompromised. We know that all things will work together for good as you continue to enhance a stronger, more competitive, powerful university.
I think I would be remiss if I didn't say amen to that. Wow. Whew. All right. Let's move on. Whew. She is good. All right. Now let's move on to another Alpha Kappa Alpha person here. It's my distinct pleasure to introduce the chair of the GSU Board of Trustees, Lisa Harrell. She is the Chief People Office.
Is a form of judgment. Serving is a form of connection. When I first met Dr. Green during the interviews, I felt a connection. Not a connection because we both are from the South Side of Chicago, because we are. Or connection because we are both African-American women sharing similar experiences, which we do. Or as I would later find out, we are both proud members of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, which we are. The ride. As a board, you do your best to choose that president, and then you hope and pray that you made the right choice. And then one day that hope turns into measured confidence. And then, over time, you start to relax a little. Because the leader you chose is not simply answering your questions, but anticipating your needs. She is a leader, highlighting her team, giving credit to others when things go well, and standing in the gap when things don't go so well. Dr. Cheryl Green is a leader with a servant's heart. She sees her greater purpose, and we see it in her interactions with the staff and faculty and community members and the board. She leads not from a power position, which she certainly has, but from a space of authority and respect that cannot be demanded, but simply earned. She is a bridge builder. Leadership means something. I will say it again. Leadership means something. And the culture and climate of an organization starts at the top. We've seen that. We've experienced now with you the collaborative approach to a crisis. Having been hired during a pandemic and tasked with building a team, shifting a learning environment, and creating a sense of normalcy at a time that was anything but normal. Dr. Green rose higher and believed in faculty, staff, and students to do the same, and they all met that challenge and rose to that occasion. Under her leadership, her servant leadership, she rallied a community around our university. We have now new advocates, new corporate sponsors, new revenue streams for the university, and a new wind that seems to be propelling us forward a time and again. That's leadership. Dr. Green models grace, collaboration, decisiveness, and care, and that is contagious. Yes, leadership means something. The many accomplishments Dr. Green has overseen this year, from the flawless execution of the change management efforts related to COVID vaccines, now I know where she got that, to securing funds with major corporate sponsors or partners, will serve to greatly enhance our vision to establish GSU as a premier regional comprehensive university in the Southland and expand the academic excellence, resources, and opportunities for faculty and our students. Dr. Green, thank you for seeing the beauty in GSU, not to be fixed, not to be helped, but in service to something greater. Fixing and helping are the work of ego, serving is the work of the soul. When you help, you see life as weak. When you fix, you see life as broken. But when you serve, you see it as whole. Yes. And now I really know why. It is because I wasn't meeting a fixer. I wasn't even meeting a woman with a servant heart. I was meeting a leader. And a leader who will become the next president of Governor State University. Congratulations to you, Dr. Green, and to our board. We did good. Dr. Green, please come forward for your official investiture. I would also like to invite Trustee Jim Kaderis to join us, please, next to Dr. Green. By virtue of the authority of the Board of Trustees and with the confidence of the full board, we place the official medallion around your neck as an outward symbol of your authority and responsibility as the 6th President of Governor State University. And my final words, so please remain standing. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you on behalf of the board, our 6th President of Governor State University, Dr. Cheryl Green. Good morning. Good morning, Chair Harrell, GSU trustees, GSU shared governance leaders, Atkinson, current university presidents McFadden, Levitt, and Glover, distinguished legislators, Governor Pritzker, and State Senator Patrick Joyce. Welcome to Governor State University. Governor State University is the jewel of the Southland. I also want to welcome personally and thank each and every one of you in the audience. Give yourselves a round of applause. And for those of you who are watching virtually from a platform far away, but still participating in this morning's momentous occasion. I want to take a point of personal privilege, and I want to ask all of the immediate and extended members of my family who are here. If you are a Ward, a Williams, a Pruitt, or a Russell, please stand and be recognized. They are my village, and they, along with God Almighty, are responsible for my presence, my power, and my purpose. I am Dr. Cheryl Green, and I have been bestowed with the honor and privilege of serving as the 6th President of Governor State University. And it is a great day in the land of the Jaguars. Not only is serving as your president a high honor, it is most definitely a tremendous responsibility. And this responsibility is life-changing
for me comes. Number one, I want to magnify the visibility and brand of the university through aggressive marketing, outreach campaigns, and engagement activities. Number two, provide academic excellence through the acquisition of a variety of corporate partnerships, legislative collaborations, and research-based practices for greater scholarly productivity, pedagogical methodologies, and student engagement. Number three, I want to expand the extracurricular and co-curricular opportunities for our students. To help them to prepare for enhanced and holistic student experiences that maximize their academic student achievement and enhance their personal student development success. As you have heard from my previous colleagues who spoke, this has been a cornerstone and a pillar of my career and my journey to today. This three-part focus on higher ed began a long time ago. And it started with my own journey in education, when I developed a love for reading books as a young child, junior great books to be exact, which emphasized the classics. My first summer job was at a tutor in Woodlawn on the south side of Chicago. I worked with a student who was in the 4th grade and who had difficulty reading. While I taught her how to read, she taught me that when you provide this type of educational instruction and support, you form a bond and a relationship with a person that can change their life and will certainly change yours. You see, I know, and all of you know, that education is a tool. It is a tool of empowerment, transformation, and enlightenment for underserved, traditional, non-traditional, underrepresented, and disenfranchised people. And it states Constitution vis-a-vis the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments addresses many aspects of citizenship and all of the rights therein. America was never designed to afford all of us the same privileges, but now more than ever, we must adhere to the tenets of our Constitution with greater courage and greater conviction. Why? Because our lives, our livelihood, and our very survival on this planet depend on this reality. Because you see, today represents the culmination of a long journey for me and for my ancestors. Let me share with you just a few profound facts that have greatly influenced today's ceremony. According to Professor Henry Louis Gates, the preeminent African-American historian and Harvard professor, the first African recorded to arrive in America was Esteban the Moor in 1554. Yeah. In 1861, the Civil War between the states occurred, and in 1887, in a small town in the Mississippi Delta, innovations, experimental methodology, social developments, and cultural relevancy. I will extend that to mean all people, irrespective of their ethnic identity, social class, religion, gender, age, sexual orientation, and primary or secondary language, to come together to study, to learn, to worship, to live, to love, and to build a better society for ourselves, for our families, and for our innovation. Let me give you just one example. A recent example of our ability to innovate and come together across the academy and provide critical resources in the form of leadership, service, clinical expertise, and student engagement. Immediate and urgent need. In direct response to the current health crisis in America and the governor's executive order, beginning next week, Dr. Tanya Roberson, Director of Community Outreach for the College of Health and Human Services, will be overseeing the day-to-day supervision and sample collection of the launch of our very own COVID-19 testing center here at Governor State University. Joining her in testing and supervision are three other faculty from the college. Dr. Joseph Day, Program Director for Community Health, Terry Charisse from the Department of Nursing, Dr. Frank Chuba from the Department of Occupational Therapy. This is their way of living the mission of this university to serve our community, and in doing so, provide real-world service and learning experiences to our students. Not only will they lead the operation of the site collection, but they will help create student projects and internship opportunities surrounding COVID-19 generally, and surveillance testing and vaccination specifically. The ability to stand up a sample collection site with the University of Illinois SHIELD COVID-19 program has been an enormous undertaking. And Dean Catherine Baltazar has been leading this project with incredible support from across the university. From our Associate Vice President, Chuck Putz, to General Counsel Therese Nohos, to Health Administration Department Chair Dr. Ning Liu, to Procurement's Assistant Vice President Tracy Sullivan, the Emergency Response Team Mushtaq Chowdhury and Carolyn Johnson, Potempa, and Director of the Office of Sponsored Programs and Research, Rasha Abed. Let's give them all a round of applause. And I highlight this example because to me, it symbolizes who we are at Governor's State University. We take an issue that confronts all of us, and we use our scholarship, our commitment to service, our dedication, and our love for our students to find solutions to that problem. There is a strong similarity between the founding vision and mission for Governor State University and this country. I say to you today, as I prepare to commence this journey as your new president, I cannot walk this road alone. GSU, I need all of your talents, your time, and your energy to achieve our desired outcomes. So today, I am speaking to the trustees of Governor State University. I need your professional, community, and institutional support. You are leaders in your respective fields. Help lead us to a greater glory and greater reality. I am speaking to faculty. GSU needs your professional expertise, desire for scholarly inquiry, dedication and commitment to student success and collegial engagement. And similarly, all staff at GSU, I am counting on you to help create the work environment that you deserve and that you desire to work and grow in. I cannot do it without you. And yes, I'm even speaking to the alumni. We have over 54,000 alumni at Governor State University. Come back home. And support GSU through your philanthropic spirit of giving and your advocacy for our students in your businesses and your places of employment. I am speaking to all students. You can succeed at Governor State University. Many of you started somewhere else. We can and we will help you realize your dream of a college education here. Give us your best efforts, and I promise you, we will give you ours. I met a student the other day who told me, I'm so happy to be at Governor State. Here, I feel at home. Here, I feel I can thrive. Here, I feel like I belong. Little did she know that's exactly what I needed to hear, and that I feel the same way too. National leaders, we need your support and advocacy, collaboration, and commitment to community engagement to help transform our campus and realize our future as a principal resource in the Southland, in the state of Illinois, and internationally. As your new president, I am committed to a legacy of opening minds through an equity-mindedness and to opening pocketbooks by cultivating an enhanced climate of philanthropic engagement and revenue productivity. How much we can accomplish together depends on how much we can give to one another, to our students, and to our beloved Governor State University. Together, we can face adversity, pandemics, norovirus, social unrest, political divisiveness, enrollment trends, and economic downturns. And together,
Thank you, thank you, President Green. And we all look forward to life at GSU under President Green's leadership. I'd just like to add thanks to all the people who organized today, and thanks once again to the Encore Concert Band. You will be hearing them in just a moment. But ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our ceremony today. Please join President Green for a reception in the tent located near the lake in Illinois Landscapes number 5. Some of us know that as the French fries, that yellow sculpture out in the back. But first, please remain in your seats until the platform guests, special guests, and the faculty process out of this Center for the Performing Arts. And you know, as I mentioned earlier, I've been MC for commencement for many years, and I have a little tradition. Please close with these words. May the road rise up to meet you, and may the wind be always at your back. Good day. The band.